Hey folks, I hate to be all up in your face, but this is a brand new channel and a subscription would mean the world to me. If you like my content, please consider smashing that subscribe button, hitting like, and with that, let's just get back into the video. Thanks for listening. Alright, here we are in the very beginning of Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. We have a 5070 Ti, and right now I have everything completely maxed out. Let's just go through the settings real quick, just so I can show you what's the main settings here. Alright, so we have at 4K resolution. We are not using VSync. We have the boost on, which is that's fine. Frame generation is off. Our upscale method is completely off. We are not upscaling at all. Dynamic resolution scaling, which is something this game has, we're not using that, and our anti-aliasing is DLAA. And then I wanted to jump over here and show you our texture quality, completely maxed out, can't go any higher. 16x on our texture filtering, which is the highest it can go. That is some very demanding stuff, and that will definitely impact our VRAM. As you see, we are allocating 14.3 gigabytes and using 12.7 just in this opening scene right here. So if you are on a 12 gigabyte card, just keep that in mind. When you're at 4K, that 16x will tip you over that VRAM limit. Our texture, not texture, our shadow quality, ultra, everything is completely maxed out. Our level of detail, traffic density, hair quality, everything is completely maxed out as high as it can go. Alright, so with that said, let's get back into the game, and you can see over here we've got our usages and stats on the left. Our 14900K is at the top, and then we have our 5070 Ti just under that. Under that you've got your memory and your performance logs. Alright, so let's go here. I have not played, I beat this game a while back, but I haven't started it over on PC yet. I actually finished it on the PS5, and I can tell you it looks really good. We're dipping into the 50s here. This is a lot going on. Again, this is completely maxed out on a 5070 Ti, 16 gigabytes of VRAM, which seems to be plenty in a title like this. Let's just jump around here, smash some boxes, get some particle effects going. Looks like we're in the 50s still. Alright, so you can pretty easily get up to 50s during the cutscene at the beginning, which I didn't show because I don't like to ruin things for people, but it was in the 40s, which we just dipped down into. We've got some fireworks going off, handling those pretty well. So let's just do a little bit of quick modification to our upscaling method. We're going to go DLSS quality and see what that does for us. Let's see. Okay, that gave us a nice bump up into the 80s, low 80s, upper 70s. So if you're on this card at 4K, you can expect a pretty nice experience. It seems to be that this game is pretty well optimized, and that this card is plenty powerful enough to run a title like this, which isn't super old, but it is a little bit older. But it is a very pretty game if you like that cartoony style. Lots of particles. The ray tracing is quite nice. And let's just see how much we can do as far as frame generation goes. This does use FSR 3, so we're not using DLSS frame gen, but it should still give us a pretty nice result. Okay, so that gave us a nice boost up into the 140s, which is super nice. I mean, this is very smooth. This is a 144 refresh panel, so I am almost saturating. Well, I am saturating it at some points. So yeah, I don't want to go too far into the game because, again, I don't like to really ruin things. But you know, I've played through this entire title, and if it's doing this well here, then you should not have any problems at all. in some of the other areas. Let's jump over into settings and just try this out. This is the dynamic resolution scaling, so you can give it a target and it will just use everything in its disposal to try to hit that target. So everything just changed from DLSS from quality to dynamic, which gives you the indication that it is set. There are unapplied changes. Apply the changes, yes. I am happy with them, yes. Okay, something did not seem to take here. Everything's set to that. Let's turn that off and see if that helps. Dynamic resolution scaling. Let's set it a little lower, see if that gives us something. Okay, let's go 90. Let's go to confirm. And confirm. This does not seem to be working. Oh, there it goes. Okay, alright. I guess we just needed to give it a little bit of time. So we're hovering right above 90, which is what I set that dynamic resolution scaling to. And it seems to do pretty well. A little bit less, I don't know what you want to call it, less depth to it that I've noticed. So I'd probably just use that quality setting with FrameGen and just kind of manually control it a little bit more. But you're going to have a great experience on a card like this. Just again, that allocated VRAM, watch out for that. If you've got a 16 gigabyte card, you should be perfectly fine. But I would just watch anything that hovers above the 12 gigabyte threshold there. So let's drop it down to 1440 to give us an idea what that would look like, because a lot of people are on a 1440 panel. We are still over that 12, so this is a pretty hungry game. Let's drop those textures a little bit. Let's just see for our 1440p folks what we can do here. So let's get rid of this, drop that down to 8. See if that helped. Going down and not quite. Let's see. Let's go 4 and let's go to let's try to find something that would definitely free up some VRAM here, which is mainly textures. So let's go to, yeah, let's just try that 4x. Let's see if that does anything. Didn't budge, so that does not seem to be doing too much for us here. Let's drop that back up and let's go to texture quality on high. That's what we need to do. Okay, dropped us to 12, so you still would be over it. Again, this is 1440, ray tracing, everything maxed out. We're just playing with some of the textures and the qualities to, let's go medium. Okay, and that got us under the 12 allocated of VRAM. So your texture quality looks like it can be adjusted without messing with too much else to get under that 12 gigabytes of allocated VRAM. And again, you're right at it, so if you wanted a little bit of a buffer, you could go down a little bit more. I hate to go low, but let's just see what that does. Yeah, you're safely under that 12 now. I'd probably go medium on my textures if I was on a 12 gigabyte card. But again, you know, I have a 5070 I'll test in a few more days here. And I'll run this again on that and just get a real world example of what something like a 5070 with 12 gigabytes would do. So anyway, that's going to wrap it up. You're going to have a great time experiencing Ratchet and Clank on a 5070 Ti. And until next time, thanks. Take it easy.